Kiss Destroyer. They wrote of music, but then the record company slashed that. They were like, no, it's just Destroyer.
Yes.
You guys are hot, baby. You can do whatever you want. That's what I got from this pompous album.
When it comes to Kiss music, I don't get it. And I'm a child of the 70s. I knew tons of Kiss fans. They tried to get me to listen to it. I just don't, I wasn't impressed with the makeup. I thought, that's kind of dumb. The lyrics are so elementary and adolescent. So bad.
And if you're a Kiss fan, I'm sorry, this is subjective, but this album was absolute dog shit. It was terrible. I passed, but out of morbid curiosity. Yeah. So, it starts out with Detroit Rock City, and I think that's a serious song.
And that's as good as it gets, I think.
This is a shining example of how, occasionally they will make songs that aren't like the corniest, cheapest, stupidest rock and roll lyrics you've ever heard in your life, but they'll have something brilliant like this one. It starts out the album, so I was like, yeah, okay. So I remember this album from my friend in school. He was a huge Kiss fan, and he was like, I think you'll like this album. He gave me Destroyer to go home and listen to. I was just a kid, and so I listened to it beginning to end, and then I gave it back to him, and I remembered some of the songs like God of Thunder, and it's making me sweat. It's just so bad. And it was kind of this memory lane kind of thing where it was just like, I listened to this album a couple of times when I was a kid.
Did that reminiscence get you through the album, help get you through the album? Like just the sheer memories of your childhood? Or
yeah, because the melodies and the hooks of the songs came back to me, and I was like, yeah, I remember everything except for the very last track. Is called Rock and Roll Party. It was just like background noise from behind the stage or something. It was like a minute 20 seconds of no song. It was just like, I think somebody butt dialed them and then was like, oh, this is brilliant, let's put it on the end of this piece of shit album.
You know what it was? It was after he called Beth, he left the phone off the hook.
Yeah. Yes. That's what she
Sorry,
recorded.
babe, I left your phone off the hook. Sorry, I had to listen to us fucking rehearse.
Speaking of which, that's maybe one challenge. If we can evolve what we're doing here, we've got to watch Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park.
Oh my God.
Second worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Number 2. Number 1 is called Bronx Executioner. If you want the most retarded, stupid thing you've ever seen in your life, watch Bronx Executioner.
Write it down now. Write it down.
Yes, the worst movie. But this was second worst because it was so corny and cheesy and retarded. It was like, this was in the middle of the Kiss craze. So Destroyer came out in 76.
Yeah.
And so it does show, but the one thing that came to my mind was pompous. Because they have like chorus.
With Kiss? No way. Pompous?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, the dynamic.
No way. You're thinking of someone else.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody else who wore fucking makeup on stage like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. I were Mudvayne, but this album, it was really difficult because it was so stupid and it was such high production for the time. Because they have like choruses, real chorus, like a chorus of.
My God, dude.
On Great Expectations and a couple of the other songs, and then
can you imagine being like a really kick-ass singer? Like you've got a great voice, and one of your gigs, because you haven't made it big on your own yet, you're a backup singer, and one of your gigs is you sing fucking backup on that song, Great Expectations, and you've got to sing those lyrics with soul, and you got to sing like you fucking mean it. It's the dumbest lyrics that you could possibly write. And you've got to be that backup singer before you make it big on your own. God, that would suck, man.
I think we're going to just tear into that particular song. It was so terrible that I was like, now I'm really interested in the rest of the album because can it hold a candle? Well, then on the B side is Beth.
Oh.
And unfortunately, everybody knows that stupid-ass song. And I think that each one of the members took turns singing on this album. So you get some real crap, like Peter Criss singing Beth. But the lyrical content was some of the worst I've ever heard. in my life. It was just that bad. And so, destroyer of music.
Destroyer of music. Oh my God. Did you hear my dog bark, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Ace the dog.
I heard the dog.
And named after Ace Frehley. Oh, no, he's not. Sorry. He's not named after Ace Frehley. Name is Ace, though. He's equally talented vocally, as you heard.
Spaceman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've got to paint his.
Spaceman.
He's all black. My dog's all black with a little white patch on his chest. I got to paint his fucking face for Halloween. Oh my God, that's fucking brilliant. Oh man, go ahead.
I was looking through the makeup collection that the women of the house have, and I was just like, can I paint my face like Peter Criss? Because that would be so perfect for our first show. It was just me with this shitty cat thing going.
Just little kitty cat. Yeah, it was a little kitty cat.
It's just like, I'm going to drink so much fucking Jack Daniels that you're going to have to prop me up on this stool so I can sing this stupid Beth shit song. I think that was actually a true story about him too. It was just like, oh my God, these guys. And they were, I could hear the executives in the background just going, you're fucking huge, baby. You can have whatever you want. You want a Bavarian choir? It's for you, great expectations. Let's put a fucking...
We got women, we got wine, we got drugs, we got the backup chorus, we got how many guitars you want? We got them, baby.
Yeah, I'm eating a whole pineapple right now out of my hand. And champagne.
I'm drinking champagne out of a pineapple right now, baby. You want one? You want two? How many you want? Huh?
Yeah, this was a turd. It was.
Yeah. So I had the same reaction. So the good news is, I'm gonna ease into this a little bit. Okay? I'm just gonna say I am not a Kiss fan. I am a fan of Gene Simmons. I dig the guy. Like when he did a show with Shannon Tweed and his kids. I watched the show. What was it called? Family Jewels. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. Nick Simmons is a funny dude. Sophie, she's a talented singer now. Shannon Tweed, so she needs to be, but she's also really brilliant and all that. And Gene Simmons, I really respect the guy's business acumen, but man, when it comes to Kiss music, I don't get it. I'm a child of the 70s. I knew tons of Kiss fans. They tried to get me to listen to it. I just don't, I wasn't impressed with the makeup. I thought that's kind of dumb. Why do they, but they're not clowns. They're musicians, right? They play, yeah, they fucking rock, dude. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. So the good news is, though, I got through this album. No problem. Because it was the funniest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. It is so fun. This gives the Jerky Boys a run for their money. This gives Cheech and Chong a run for them. This is so funny. This is I'll be damned if this is not the inspiration for fucking Spinal Tap. It has to be, because this is so stupid. It opened Detroit Rock City. That's all right. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. King of the Nighttime World, dumb. I'm looking at the list now, so don't think I know this by heart. Because God of Thunder is, I know so many people love the song, and it's been covered a bunch. But Jesus Christ, the lyrics are so elementary and adolescent, so bad. The Great Expectations is, like you said, when I got through God of Thunder, I thought, well, I can see why some people dig the music. It's like AC/DC's Thunderstruck. Everyone loves that song. I dig the music too. I can't get by, what was his name? Brian, singer. Fuck, why can't I think of his name? Brian
Johnson.
Brian Johnson. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Hold on. If I'm going to lose my memory, I might as well enjoy it. Jesus. The most common last name on earth. That's the one I forget. Anyway. Brian Johnson's vocals on that song, to me, he sounds like a Muppet. Sounds ridiculous. But the song is cool. So anyway, equating that to God of Thunder, people dig the music. I'm like, I can see some people like the music of it. But the lyrics are so dumb. They're so dorky and adolescent. And then you follow that up with Great Expectations, which is basically saying, you see my fingers moving on the guitar. You wish it was you. You see the way my tongue flaps around. You wish you were on it. Whatever the fuck they're singing about. It's so stupid. And then you go on from that. Then Flaming Youth is just okay, we get it. You're blatantly marketing this to teenage kids, trying to get them to be rebellious. You're blatantly trying to hit that market of rebellious teenagers. God, it's so and then it gets to Beth later on. And I honestly was not that, because I'm not a Kiss fan. I wasn't that, I knew of the song Beth, and I knew it was a ballad that they did. And so many people think it's so heartwarming and heart-wrenching too. It's sad as he can't be with the girl he loves. And then I fucking listen to the song, and dude, he's calling her to tell her I can't come over tonight because I got a gig, and that's it. Like that's the whole song. Like sorry, I can't make it. Yeah, we got a gig. I'm out with the guys. We got a gig. You know, that's what pays the bills. Bye. That's it. And like that's what everyone got worked up about, thinking it's so soft. Oh, they showed their softness. Like, give me a break, man. Give me a break. You know, he was probably getting head while he was on the phone with some groupie anyway. Sorry, Beth, I can't make it. There's a couple of prostitutes sucking me dry. But yeah, we got a gig. Oh, it's so awful, man. It was, but I will say the good news is I made it through the album because it was so funny to me. Like the lyrics, I couldn't believe it was beyond train wreck. It was seriously like you challenged like an 11-year-old boy who was going through puberty early, is just girl crazy. And like you give him a stack of Penthouse magazines and told him, write me 11 songs. And he got through 9 because he ran out of ideas. He was too busy jerking off. He's all cummed out. He couldn't write anymore. He got through 9 songs and, we'll make this other one rock and roll. You got any leftover tracks? Yeah, throw them in a minute and a half. Well, okay, we got it. It was so bad. Anyway, like, sorry, Gene Simmons and the whole Simmons family. No offense. Paul Stanley, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm sorry for that or not. But I know, hey, I will say, Gene Simmons' son, Nick, and Paul Stanley's son, whose name eludes me, they're actually pretty good musicians. Like, I've heard some of their stuff, and they're better than their dads.
That's good.
They're better than their fathers. No offense to Ace Frehley. I don't know, man. My dog's name is Ace. If you want to believe he's named after you, that's cool. I'll dress him up this Halloween and get you a picture. Peter Criss, hope everything's okay there. I don't know what's going on with that, and the other guys who joined the band later on, whatever, you know. But I'm not here to be apologetic either. My opinion is what it is. You don't have to like my opinion. You can comment below, blah, blah, blah. You can send us all the hate mail you want, all the hate email anyway. That's totally fine. Like, it's not going to bother me at all. You're going to hate a lot of the stuff I love. You're going to hate a lot of the stuff Blasto loves, and vice versa. Destroyer had to sell a shit ton of albums. And again, I'm not going to look up the history on it. I did, however, look up who sang on, which one are you asking? Great Expectations?
Yeah, Great Expectations.
It was actually Gene Simmons. But I had the same feeling you did. Like, it had to be Ace, because it didn't sound right.
No, it didn't sound like Gene Simmons, because he's got that, like dumbass shit. And
oh my God, look how I love it.
Yeah.
That was great.
Just, it was it was him on a bad day. And it so happened to be when they just and the fucking bell. Okay, those are those cylindrical bells that they hit with a big ass hammer, bang, and it's tuned or whatever. But they had those in just excess on a couple of the songs of this album. It's like,
oh, maybe I'll get you bells. Hey, Mikey, go get him some bells. I'll get the bells. Get all the bells.
Get him all the bells. Get him that one from that church over there that the black metal guys burnt down. Let's just have that bell.
Get him the bells. Get him the whistles. Get him the bells and the whistles. All the bells, all the whistles. Bring them all.
But it
God.
was just, I can see Peter Criss just like turning around, and he's just like drunk as shit, and he's just like, oh, is this what playing? It was off time again, Peter.
Yeah. We'll edit it out, Peter. You guys get what you want. We'll edit that out. No problem, Peter. We got you.
We'll get you a guy to sit back there and play the bell for you. That album was a stinker, and it was just it was a throwback to my childhood, though. So it was fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't morbid curiosity. It was just like, holy shit, I'm actually going to do this for a purpose now. Listen to this piece of shit, and I'm going to be able to talk about it, and that's what we accomplish here. It's just like, this is what it's about. I think there'll be a lot of stuff that we should fail, but it's so absolutely hilarious that it's just like, I've got to hear the next song because this is so stupid. It's amazing.
Yeah,